Okay, so Jay in the Bay again. He's saying, so if we cut Jimmy prior to the start of the season, what impactful player can we sign to help us this year? So in this scenario, you have $40 million of salary cap space, right? Like I said, you can roll that over to next season. But if you are going to go and get an impactful player, there's a ton of veterans who are available right now and who aren't signing ahead of training camp. They're waiting until training camp starts, until teams really get rolling to the point to where they want to sign. So if there's a corner out there who wants to sign with the 49ers, if there's a defensive end or someone that isn't over the age of 30, I'd be really into it just based off this. The 49ers can get players in the building who are under the age of 30 who they can sign to multiple years in the future or can extend once they bring them in. That's where things get really exciting for me because then you can build a team around Trey Lance for the future. And that's when something like that salary cap space that rolls over doesn't matter as much because you're going to be spending that money anyways, right? So, like what Jay in the Bay is saying, you don't want to just waste that money, right? You don't want to just leave it all. But what the team can do is set themselves up. So, okay, JC Jackson is available. That's a perfect example. They can sign him to a 2-3 year extension, and that would be how you would use that rollover salary cap space instead, right? But I think ideally, I wouldn't want to sign anyone if they were going to cut Jimmy. I think this team isn't going to get much better as is. I don't think there's much that the team can do to really take themselves from a playoff contender to a Super Bowl contender. So when I take all of that into mind, I just don't think it's smart for them to spend all their money this year. They should really roll it over to next season so that they can spend in 2022 for free agency, right? And not only will they be able to spend in 22 for free agency, but because of that, they don't have to worry about extending Nick Bosa. They don't have to worry about extending Fred Warner. They don't have to worry about extending Deebo Samuel or Brandon Ayuk. So yeah, Swan Song, you're right. It all depends on how Trey looks. If in the next 40 days Trey Lance looks awesome and he's playing great for the 49ers, they need to get rid of Jimmy Garoppolo.